Okay, so this is a random video because I wanted to test my new equipment, but also I just wanted to share something funny as I do this. I am bedazzling my lighter. Why? Well, it all started when I came back from a trip with my girlfriend celebrating our 50-year anniversary. And we went to the beach and there were so many shells, and so I brought a few and I wanted to do something with them. And so I made these earrings. Oh, not like this. I made these earrings and I really like them. See? And then because I started working with the beads, I remembered that I started a project last year to upcycle and revamp a top that I used a lot for many years, and it was kind of like stained and everything. So I thought, let me do something different. And I had planned to embroider with beads this whole thing. So I saw the beads that I was working on for the earrings and I thought, I should get back to this. And so I did. And then I started last night, and every time that I finish a thread and tie a knot, I have to burn the end. And so I was using this tiny little lighter here and to burn the ends, and then eventually I looked at it and I was like, so simple, right? I should make it prettier because I've done it before. Look, I have a collections of lighters that I've bedazzled, but these ones, they don't work anymore, right? Oh, it's got some in them. And so I've been using this one, but then I'm like, so I started this and I realized all my E600 glue has dried. That should have been a sign. Hey, stop that. Focus on the other thing that you were doing to finish that first. But nope. I wanted it so bad because now I just can't look at it anymore the same way that I started using super glue. And so, yeah, let's do it. You guys are cutting the grass. Well, let's see, maybe this kind of reduces the noise, I don't know. The guys are cutting the grass, so it's a little bit of noise outside. So let's see how much this helps. But as I was saying, so I decided to do it anyway with super glue. So let's do it. Because I don't want to like use a lot of the glue because I don't really have a lot. I'm totally like lacking of glue in this house. I thought of doing some like drips, instead of covering the whole thing. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. It's kind of becoming a little matte, I think, because of the super glue. But it's okay. It's still better than it was. Let's finish it out. I'm gonna come closer. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can zoom. We're learning as we do it. I got a gimbal, like a whole DJI set that I'm just learning how to use. And so, I don't know. I don't think I can zoom. It's okay. It's okay. Let's watch it from there. We'll see what's up. I hope I have no issues with the background music. We'll see, because I really need this. I need lo-fi to just keep me focused, because as you can see, I clearly, can be distracted with other ideas as I go. So now we have to finish the lighter. I have to finish the lighter. I have to finish the lighter in order to continue the top, which is my focus, my main project right now. Okay, let's finish it. Shouldn't take long, right? Just a little. And I can't do a lot either, like a lot at once, like just spread glue and go following it, because what's going on? Because it dries so fast. My thing doesn't want to work. It dries so fast that, well, what's up with my pen? And the thing is drying. Oh my god. And the guys are cutting the grass aggressively right now, and so the noise is real. Can you hear that? We'll see when we edit this. You know, if the equipment like kind of helps cancel that out. Just focus here. I'm not sure. Maybe I can do it in the editing system too. I'm not sure how good that's gonna be, but don't you love crafting things? Or even watching people do it. I like both, because it's like therapy. It makes you zoom in and just focus on that for a moment. Everything else kind of doesn't matter. And then when you finish or when you get out of it, you're like lighter, I feel like. Okay, let's not be hypocrites. There are some times that this could be frustrating too, like, you know, something's not going as you planned, but then you're like so driven that you have to find a way. That's why I like doing it. I like embroidering, I like crafting, and I like watching videos of other people doing that too, because German posture, oh my god, because yeah, man, same. And the glue is drying. I really have never done this with super glue, but I think it will work just fine. Yeah. I think I'm also recording this video because like I like to talk. My girlfriend says that I'm not okay with silence. I don't think I am. So at least I'm talking to you. Yeah, I've been really focusing on trying to get my creative side to. That's loud, ain't it? It's okay. This is what it is. This is how this is happening, so that's how we're gonna do it. As I was saying, like, I finally have an opportunity to explore the things that I've. I'm not gonna lie, this noise of the cutting grass reminds me of dirt bikes, because I grew up going to motocross races. My cousin was the best. He's like my age. He was the best rider in Brazil. Honda pilot. And my brothers, they they got into it too for a little bit. My dad put them on. They got started when they were 5, my younger brothers. And they were riding motocross from 5 to 8, I think. But it's a very expensive sport. And you don't really get sponsors up until you're like 13, when you really show that you're good. So the beginning, it's like races every weekend, and then every time there's a race, you gotta fix your bike and everything. All the pieces were in dollars, and we in Brazil, and we didn't really have money, so my brothers would use a lot of like what belonged to my cousin that wouldn't fit him anymore, things like that. It was really cute. It was a really fun time. I know that my brother still feels like the middle one still misses it so very much, but he's 30 now. 30 something, 33, I think. But yeah. See? We just start talking about random stuff, and I fix my shirt. We just start talking about random stuff. But I was saying that I've been tapping into my creative side and things that I always loved to do ever since I was a kid, but I kind of like shut it down because I was in a really toxic environment. I went through some toxic relationships in the past. I just lost myself, to be honest. Up until the last week of March, when I literally, well, I shouldn't use the word literally, but I went to the hospital with the symptoms of as if I was having a stroke. Like I went to my work, and I started feeling my right side go numb, which was really scary. And I called my partner immediately. She picked me up. By the time that I got in the car, like if you trace the line across my body, my entire right side, face included, was all numb. And it was super scary. I was slurring my words, and I lost my balance. Like I couldn't. Anyway, by the time we tried going to the urgent care, and they said you need to go to the hospital. So they sent me to the ER with like a recommendation. And by the time that I got there, it was like Grey's Anatomy, I swear. They put me in a wheelchair, and like 10 between doctors and nurses show up around me, and then it was just like one poking here, one doing tests on my face, on my eyes, on my legs. And it was crazy. I could think I was like, oh my God, am I really having a stroke? And it's super scary because, stroke, like you never know how you're gonna get out of it. And I would see my girlfriend from a little afar, like she was just watching me, and her eyes, and she was so worried, of course. And I was trying to make it look like I wasn't as scared because I kept thinking of her. And yeah, I stayed in the hospital for like, they admitted me to the hospital, but they quickly downgraded me from a level 4 to a level 2. And after a series of exams in the middle of the night, yeah, I stayed there for like maybe 20 hours or something. They found out that it was actually a very rare migraine that imitates the same symptoms of a stroke. And then when the symptoms are gone, which lasted about 2 hours for me, then there's a long-lasting headache. When I tell you, the whole time that I was in the hospital, they were giving me, pain medication for my head, and it would just like tone it down. The pain would never go away. I also took a lot of other medication because in the case it was a stroke, like I had to like blood thinners and stuff like that, but this thing is really not. Anyway, but long story short, yeah, so all the doctors and the nurses were like, girl, this is stress related most likely, and you need to take care, like prioritize your life, and really take care of yourself. So I got a doctor's note to take off work for like a week, and then in between that, something happened. for some reason, because my boss kept actually, when I got into the hospital, my boss kept telling me like, I need to get in a call with you. We need to have a meeting. We need to talk about priorities, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, you know, I'm in the hospital. I just left the agency. Like, I'm in the hospital. So my part, and I'm getting these long texts back and forth. And I'm just like trying to cope with the idea that I'm admitted in a hospital. By then I didn't know if it was a stroke or not. And it was just, get closer. Can you hear? And it was just, I don't know, it was really crazy, so overwhelming. And so my partner actually texted her back and said, hey, you know, miss, please respect this moment and use the company's protocol for whenever someone is out, you know, sick. The boss did not like that. Crazy, huh? But yeah, long story short, for some reason they started like auditing my job that week that I was off the rest of the week, because I don't know why. Honestly, asking my clients and my team, and nobody had anything bad to talk about me, but still, it was like as if I was. Let's not talk about it. That relationship ended, okay, on the next week. I was let go. Actually, I was not given any option after that. And I really didn't understand. They said, okay, so you can stay for the next 6 weeks part-time, and then we'll give you a very small severance, like a 2-week severance on that part-time, meaning half of my salary for 2 weeks. I've been there for 6 weeks. Anyway, it was the best thing, you know? I was like, no, actually, this shows that you really don't value me at all after all these years, and so I don't think we're right for each other anymore. And I'm kind of glad, you know, that things went down and that I left, because he was really taking a toll on me. And now I'm here. And I've had, you know, I'm working with some good opportunities, but most importantly, I am given a chance to do the things that I always loved and I always kind of neglected. Like this. Yeah. So you're gonna see a lot more of me creating my little things. And yeah, I hope everything goes well. I think it already is going well, you know? I have a big thing towards sustainable fashion. So I kind of want to show people how I think there's this mystifying thing. Mystifying? That's not what I want to say. There's this conception that sustainable fashion needs to be too crafty, or it's all old clothes, or I don't know. It's too serious, it's too boring, it's not trendy, and I just want to, you know, show through my own experience, because I decided to be more conscious about that it's not that hard. And so I've been posting on my Instagram and TikTok and stuff. Yeah, ways to innovate with your own wardrobe, not so that people can dress like me, but mostly like to give ideas, you know? I just feel like it's something that I love, and it's gonna be nice. Even if it's like, I'm not doing it for like just, well, it would be nice to be heard, you know, to have an audience, but even if it's just my friends, I think I'm trying to do my part while I have some time, because I'm just working on some projects and stuff. But yeah. You see how much we talked? This is a really long video. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, because I'm done with this. And then now I'm gonna go on to studying and working on some projects, and then later, I don't know, later I have a date, a surprise date with my baby. But yeah, and then tomorrow I'll go back to the top. This is gonna be a lot of work. Can you see? I want to really cover the whole thing through these traces that already are in the top. But I think it's gonna be so beautiful. Couture looking like, oh, I have to do my nails. See? I see this and I have to do that, then I see another thing. There's a name for that. I know you know. Alright, I think I'm gonna do my nails then. My name is Umi. Cat hair. I have a cat. 2 cats. Yes, my name is Umi. And this is just a little bit of things that I do. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Maybe this is crazy. But sometimes, I guess, the Lulu is the Solulu. The Lulu is the Lulu. That's funny. Don't mind my accent. I am Brazilian, living in the US for about on and off 8 years, something like that. 8, 9 years. And yeah, thank you for watching, I guess. This was nice. Beijo.